Hey everybody, all things business. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us today. I got my dear friend Steve Chesin here, who is the #1 guy for all of Vegas for developers putting carpet in their places, all the new subdivision. Here's the man, the myth. No, he's not a myth. Here's the legend right here in front of me. We're going to be interviewing him today. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell notification. And without further ado, I want to introduce you to my dear friend. We go way back. How many years have we been knowing each other?
It's got to be 21. Maybe?
21 years or so. Our kids kind of grew up together. So we go back. He's one of my three amigos. And we have a great time together. Last time we were together, we went down to the ice hockey.
Vegas Golden Knights.
Vegas Golden Knights. He's got season tickets, and I mean, it was a great time. He actually had ever been there before. I says, no. He goes, oh, we got to break you in. We got to be there when they start. And I mean, that place was vibrating like no other. So I just want to say thank him for being such a great buddy all these years. Call him at a drop of a hat, hang out with, have a cigar with. He's just a great guy. He loves golfing. And without further ado, Steve Chesin, tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how long you've been in what you're doing.
Thanks, Al. I appreciate all the kind words. So, funny enough, my parents moved here in 1977 to Las Vegas. And I was still in high school at the time. And when I was a senior in high school, I started a floor covering business called Steve's Floor Covering.
Steve Floor Covering. High tip. That's a good name.
Yeah, and you know, we did installation of flooring, got into cleaning business, and you know, grew the business. And then the day Carpet Barn was sold, they bought my business, which was the largest single grossing store in America, which was based here in Las Vegas.
Wow, I didn't know that. Here in Vegas, okay.
So I took over that company as it was PE fund out of New York. And I took over that company, and we grew into Utah, DC, Virginia, Maryland, and South Carolina.
Wow.
And then ended up selling the company. And then my partner who started Carpet Barn had started Carpets and More. And he was in about 2 years when I was wrapping up my other scenario and was able to step in here, and we grew this thing to well over $100 million in revenue.
Well over $100 million in revenue. He grew this business, okay.
And then we sold to another PE fund who ended up taking us public.
Right.
And, you know, during COVID, there was an opportunity where we had the chance to take the company back private, which we did.
I remember both those. I remember when they went public. I remember when they went back private again.
And we're truly a full finishing contractor. You know, it's Carpets and More, but we do all floors. We do cabinets, we do countertops, we do window coverings. You know, we're a full finishing contractor. Mm-hmm. And, you know, currently we're in about 50% of every new home built in Las Vegas with one of our trades.
Yeah, wow.
And, you know, we're just looking for the next chapter.
So now your family got started, so you kind of stepped into the shoes of doing carpet because you already knew it, then went to carpet cleaning, okay? And then from there, you jumped into the deeper end of the pool.
Yeah, running a you know, a bigger business with 500 employees.
Right. So folks, he went from 0 to running up to 500 employees. At your biggest heyday, how many employees would you say you had in your...
We had about 520 was our max.
520 people? Yeah. Wow, that's a pretty big operation in all those states. I remember a lot of times I'd call you to go hang out, and you're going to Oregon, or hey, I'm just getting back from Washington. I'm all over the place. So yeah, you leave a...
So currently we're just we're in Southern Nevada. We do some work in Reno, and we are licensed in Arizona.
Yeah. So you kind of scaled back, got rid of that, and sold it off, and doing quite well. So give us an idea of a day in the life of a president of a major corporation like you have here.
Well, it's you know, with a lot of employees, it's a lot of babysitting.
What do I know?
And it's truly about surrounding yourself with people that are solution oriented.
Solution orientated. Okay.
That you know, can make good decisions.
Yes.
And run the business. Mm-hmm. And you know, I consider myself a team builder and not a dictator.
Yeah, team builder, not a dictator. That's a good clue right there. Write that one down.
And yeah, and we love Vegas. You know, I don't think I'll ever permanently leave Vegas.
It's been good to you.
Yeah, and things are good.
Yeah.
And our friendship's been grand.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other. Have you learned a couple things from me at all? Have I taught you anything at all
You
throughout
have.
the years?
You have.
Oh.
You're very creative.
Uh-oh.
And out of the box thinker.
No.
And make things happen.
And make things happen. Bottom line, make it happen. You know, our kids grew up together, and we've been knowing each other. And you know, tell everybody how many children you have, where they're at today, what schools and college you put them through. Because, see, that's another thing about being an entrepreneur, which I have great respect for Steve about. His kids, he took care of them. He put them to private school, wherever they wanted to go. He said, you know what, it wasn't how much it costs, it's when. So you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. So I have 5 children, and I have 1 boy, and I have 4 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
My son's the oldest. He was in high school. He was valedictorian. Went on to Brown.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And then he got his PhD from MIT.
MIT?
Very proud.
Yeah, I
Very
know,
proud.
MIT.
Yeah. And he is now a scientist engineer, and he's living in Boston and doing very well for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Not married yet, but he is engaged.
Yes, I know that. I remember that.
Then I have 4 daughters. My eldest one is the one girl who worked in the business, one daughter who worked in the business for many years until one of my customers came to me, Lennar, and says, we want to hire your daughter as a new home consultant. So now she's working for Lennar.
Lennar, okay.
Who actually shares their design centers at the end of our building.
Yeah. Keep it all in the family,
So-
folks. Wink, wink.
So, and they're a great customer.
Yeah.
And my daughter Rachel, and Darian has
Darian.
1 son. That's the eldest daughter, Parker, who is almost 5, or he is 5. And then my daughter I have 1 daughter, Rachel, who went to school all over, but she went in California the most, as far as college goes.
Yeah.
And she's in Colorado Springs right now, and she has 2 children. And one of her children has Downs, and he's doing just fabulous. And the reason they're in Colorado is because the services in Colorado,
Yeah.
they're just exceptional compared to Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Though the one thing she was able to do while she was still in Vegas was she got a law changed for special needs kids here in the state of Nevada that actually went and got signed by the governor, Sisolak at the time, and the vote was 43-0. And the law, it was called Caleb's Law, which is his name.
That's right.
In the state of Nevada, special needs kids didn't qualify for any organ transplants because, it goes back to the 30s and 40s. And at that point, there's only 15 states where the law had been changed. Mm-hmm. And an attorney saw what she was posting in Louisiana and gave her the information to help get this bill wrote, and actually Scott Hammond carried the bill through, and it got passed and signed by the governor at 43-0, and now we have Caleb's Law in the state of Nevada. Pretty big accomplishment.
That's a major accomplishment. Folks, question is, what are you willing to fight for your family? And Steve's here talking about things that he has done with his kids, put them through here and there. Brown's is not cheap, private university, and now his son with the MIT. Trust me, it's not cheap. I mean, my kids went to private school. His daughter, Rachel, and my daughter are very good friends all these years. But the key is, what are you willing to pay the cost for your family? And it's so important. It's not about you. It's about what can you leave as far as a legacy for your kids or something to be proud of. Because, one day we'll all leave this earth. But the key is, what are you doing to help mankind and better people? And also you do a lot of charity stuff, I know.
Yeah. Well, let me just finish with the kids.
Sure. I'm sorry.
So Rachel has a 1.5-year-old also, Chesin, who's doing amazing, growing like a weed, walking, running everywhere. And then I have a set of twins, Nikki and Michaela. Nikki's an engineer. She went to Clarkson in upstate New York for college. She's an engineer working for BAE Systems in Dallas, Texas currently. And her twin sister is, she went to UMass in Massachusetts, and then worked as a writer, a journalist in Cape Cod for several years until she just came back to Vegas to be a 3rd grade school teacher. Mm-hmm. And all my kids are very successful, and I'm very proud of them.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Steve? As I have such much respect for Steve because You know, he's down there grinding every day for all these years to be able to put his 5 children through schools and different private colleges and private schools. And it's not easy, folks. He makes it look easy. We think it easy, but no. Today, it's even harder for kids today than ever before. But thank God because he's a successful businessman, and that's what this challenge is about, successful business people, period, whether you're in network marketing, business, traditional business, or even in real estate. The key is are you all in? Are you all in? And because he's all in, now he can enjoy his life. Now he squeezed me in today because he's off to Hawaii for a little 5 days of R&R. So I thank God I'm a friend, because otherwise I had to wait to whoever knows when. But we want to thank you. So tell us a little bit more about stuff that you do charity-wise, or give back and help out, or.
So we're involved in several charities. One charity we're involved in that relates to the business is we build a Southern Nevada Trades High School. And this is the 2nd year in existence. And, you know, the construction trades, and, you know, I sit on the board of the Nevada Subcontractors Association that protects the rights of all the subcontractors, of people like me, or the plumbers, the framers, the electricians, and we all work together to protect the rights. Yet all of our labor forces are aging out, and so many kids aren't right for college, yet they can learn a trade that they have forever. And with those trades, you know, they can make $100,000 a year with no college debt. So, I mean, there is the other side of sending your kids through college. It's not right for everybody.
That's correct.
And so we're making a big difference there and helping that school out. You know, I was involved in a charity called Tia's Hope, which is about lymphoma cancer, and it's all about giving back to children. And we had 8 hospitals throughout the United States. And then we had a big poker event here in Las Vegas to raise money. And then it was just the coolest thing.
Yeah, he's a captain of cool stuff. Yeah. You know, go ahead.
Well, and so, you know, we love giving back to the community and making a difference.
You know, Steve and I, we have such a cool time hanging out together. And we don't talk business. We just go out and have a couple of beers, get a couple of good Cuban cigars. And, you know, because sometimes you need that time just to unwind and be around other entrepreneurs, other egos who are on the same wavelength you are, maybe in different industries, but the beautiful thing is building those long-term relationships. Now, this is important. We've been friends 3 decades almost, but the blessing is we have great respect for each other. And one of the things I want to say about Steve is, if ever I call him, he's there. And like even doing this, squeezing this in before he leaves to go Hawaii is important. And I just want to say thank you for your time. And is there anything you want to ask somebody looking at starting a business or going into business? What would you say?
So at this stage in my life, I have one goal.
Okay.
Just one goal, and that's to enjoy every day. That's my goal.
Yes, that's a great goal. You know why? After paying the costs, what's that song by B.B. King, paying the cost to be the boss? He's paid the cost decade after decade after decade to now he should enjoy himself, because why? He's put to everybody to school. They're all grown. They're already successful adults having children of their own. It's time for Papa Bear to enjoy the rest of his life. And I want to say thank you for that. Folks, I want to thank you for joining in. Notice he is a man at the top of his game for decade after decade after decade. Dear friend of mine, personal friend of mine, to squeeze us in, but let you know that you too can succeed in business. You just got to stick with it and don't look left, don't look right. Just stay focused at what you want to do. Do you have a word or two in closing you want to say, or anything?
So I want to thank you for your time and your friendship.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
We're buds, guys. God bless you. Subscribe to the channel, hit put the notification button, and share this with 3 or 4 people. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you real soon on the channel, All Things Business.